Welcome back to our health journey of a second step of a simple guide to a great health throughout avoiding ingesting chemicals in your daily diet, skincare routine, and household. Today, we are diving into a full debriefing of what are those chemicals so we can ID them before we can avoid them, and then we are going to learn the reasons why we should avoid them in our lives altogether, or limit them at least. If you are in the pursuit of a great health and longevity, beware and pay close attention to how many chemicals you might be ingesting throughout the skin and hair products, household products, medications, synthetic hormones, pollutants, processed foods and beverages, including excessive amounts of alcohol or alcohol preservatives and additives, which you may be potentially receiving throughout your diet, respiratory systems, and skin. Review what are you taking and replace it with less invasive natural products. Consider eating and drinking clean. And please, limit alcohol consumption. You also should avoid omega-6 unbalanced foods in your daily eating, as it leads to a chemical and toxic overload in your liver and causes inflammatory chaos in the body. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha Makoti and welcome to Natasha's Show, episode number 10, Say No to the Chemicals in your daily diet, skincare, and household products routines, and this is why. Let's begin, babe. Let's start with segment number 1, chemicals in daily diet. Let's name all those nasties that cause health concerns and must be avoided or at least limited in your daily food and beverage consumption. Number 1, artificial sweeteners, usually purchased as diet beverage, Coca-Cola, Sprite, etc. Artificial sweeteners such as aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin, those may potentially affect your neuroactivity in the body, overload your digestive organs such as liver and kidneys, and potentially compromise to the works of your pancreas and intestine. Very dangerous chemicals. In the long run, they will affect your body one way or another. If you are on sugar-free diet, you can easily replace it with natural alternatives such as stevia and monk fruit. Okay. Number 2, food colorings. Food colorings such as Tartrazine, red 40, yellow 5 can be easily spotted. Some studies suggest a potential link between artificial food colorings and hyperactivity in children. It also contributes to the formation of cancerous cells in the body and other health conditions. It is very possible to avoid those. Just read the ingredients on the labels and don't buy foods that are obviously colored, okay? As simple as that. Number 3, sodium benzoate, found in some beverages and condiments. Chemicals such as BHA, BHT, sodium nitrate, these preservatives added to foods to extend shelf life. So be careful buying those foods that sit on the shelf, or reduce amounts of your purchases in those foods. Now, chemicals such as MSG, okay, monosodium glutamate. It is a flavor enhancer, and this one in particular is very dangerous chemical as it messes with your nervous system because it is received by your body as a neurotransmitter, and as a side effect when used regularly may cause headaches, skin rashes, itching, nausea, and cancers. I cannot tolerate that one at all. Number 4, high-fructose corn syrup, or HFCS. It is a sweetener and it is used as a sweetener in processed foods and baking foods and sugary beverages. It is very high in glycemic index and may lead to diabetes, insulin sensitivities, and other health issues. Number 5. All trans fats are nasty. Partially hydrogenated oils, usually a compound of all the margarines, fake butters, and vegetable oils like canola oil, palm oil, soybean oil, rice bran oil, and corn oil, etc. Those mimic estrogen production in the body for men and women, which lead to hormone disbalances while also very cancerogenic. Trans fats are the bad guys, okay? It is associated with an increased risk of heart disease and all degenerative diseases and brain diseases. So watch what you are buying and check the labels. Last time I checked, the only oils you can consume are grass-fed butter, ghee, animal fat, in moderation of course, and olive oil. All other oils are really bad. Number 6. Sodium nitrate. It is a preservative found in processed meats like bacon, sausages, sausage meats, and cheap salamis and hams, preserved chicken and fish, canned meats as well. Sodium nitrate is cancerogenic and has been linked to a wide variety of health concerns, including an increased risk of certain cancers and other dangerous health conditions. My advice would be to marinate all the meats yourself, roast it or grill it. It is so easy to do. I will make a whole episode what marinades you can use for yummy and healthy meat cooking. Number 7. Artificial flavorings, as known as vanillin, ethyl vanillin, methylantranilate, isomyl acetate, benzaldehyde, maltol, ethyl maltol, butyric acid, octanoic acid, or caprylic acid, isomyl acetate, aldehyde, cinnamaldehyde, linalool, and decadenyl panthenedione. It is also very easy to ID. Whatever you don't understand and you never seen before are dangerous, as simple as that. All the flavorings are synthetic, made in a laboratory, and must be avoided. They are all cancerogenic and alter cellular works in the body while contributing to allergies, food intolerances, enzymatic impairment, and other digestive diseases. Okay? I can't even take those foods with those preservatives because I itch straight away. Number 8. Pesticide residues. Those are organophosphates and glyphosate. Please make sure you are trying to choose organic produce that can help reduce exposure to pesticide residues. Those are straight up chemicals and should be avoided, as simple as that. All those that I just listed can be easily avoided. Just stop eating fast foods, guys, and processed foods, and make your own spices by buying all the spices individually and mixing them yourself. It's so easy to do. I will make a whole entire episode covering the topic, okay? I have made all my own spices and marinades for more than 15 years. I bake my own bread and watch what I buy by reading ingredients all the time. It is not complicated and can be done by anyone. Segment number 2. Skincare and hair products. Watch the following chemicals. Parabens, used as preservatives in many cosmetics and skincare products. Concerns. Some studies have suggested a potential link between parabens and endocrine dysfunction. Okay, next ones. pH phthalates, found in fragrances and as plasticizers in some skin products. What are the concerns? pH phthalates are just pH levels, have been associated with endocrine disruption and may impose potential health risks. Next one, sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, is used for cleansing and foaming in many skincare cleansers and personal care products as soaps. What are the concerns of SLS? SLS can be harsh on skin and it may cause irritations in some individuals, especially those ones with sensitive skins and compromised skins with acne and rosacea. Next one, formaldehyde and formaldehyde-releasing preservatives. Those are used in skin care products and hair products. What are the concerns? Formaldehyde is known as cancerogenic ingredient and leads to skin DNA impairment. It is very dangerous, okay? Mineral oil. Mineral oils are everywhere in your hair products and skin products used for moisturizers and cosmetics. What are the concerns of these chemicals? Clogged pores that lead to numerous skin problems, acne, psoriasis, and eczema. Now, next one, synthetical fragrances. Those added usually to your creams, to your hair products, to many skincare products and cosmetic products. What are the concerns of those nasties and why they should be avoided? Synthetical fragrances can be very irritating to the skin and may lead to all sorts of skin disorders and problems. Let's move to the next one. Tartrazine. It is an antibacterial agent that's used in some skincare products and causes a lot of skin concerns. Tartrazine has been associated with concerns about antibiotic resistance, which destroys skin flora gradually and compromises skin barrier eventually. Okay, next one. Oxybenzone, a chemical sunscreen agent that causes a chaos on your skin, basically. Oxybenzone has been linked to potential hormonal disruptions, skin DNA degenerations, and other health issues in general. So use physical sunscreens with zinc oxide, titanium dioxide instead. Next chemical, toluene, found in nail polishes and hair dyes. Concerns? Toluene has been associated with potential neurotoxic effects, which are extremely dangerous when accumulated in the organs. So, the resolution is choose products without it. Go organic. Go organic and natural. Next chemical, ethanolamines. MEA-DEA-TEA, very easily spotted, used as emulsifiers and pH adjusters in skin care and hair products. What are the concerns? Some studies suggest potential associations with skin and eye irritation and must be avoided, or at least reduced due to a serious skin disorders and mucosal lining disruption. Okay, inside your eyes. It is terrible. Okay, look, I listed all those. It is easily to spot those. Just read the labels, as I said to you before. Also, a lot of alcohol chemicals are added to your skin and hair products, and you can spot those straight away. You don't even need to see the first half of the word to spot alcohol in it. As soon as you see alcohol, you know it's there, and it is a huge irritant to your skin. We all know that the skin is the biggest organ in the body and must be treated with respect and love. Why is that? Because it is just taking things in, no question asked, and all those things, good, bad, or indifferent, get absorbed into the bodily tissues as food. So again, labels, labels, labels. Read them, check them, and avoid it like a nightmare. Ingesting chemicals leads to cumulative impairments in the body and compromises your health big time. Segment number 3, medication and synthetic hormones. Number 1, medications. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs such as NSAIDs may cause so much trouble to the body. What are the concerns actually? Prolonged use of NSAIDs may increase the risk of gastrointestinal bleeding, ulcers and kidneys damage, and also it rids you of your intestinal flora. Next one, proton pump inhibitors, known as PPIs. What concerns with those ones? Extended use of PPIs may lead to decreased absorption of certain nutrients in the body, like calcium and magnesium. Those are the main ones. They also increase risk of bone fractures and potential development of rebound acid hypersecretion, which is your reflux. Okay, next one, corticosteroids. What are the concerns? Chronic use of corticosteroids may result in side effects such as weight gain, osteoporosis, diabetes, and increased susceptibility to infections. Next one, antidepressants. What are the concerns with antidepressants? Some antidepressants may cause side effects like weight gain, sexual dysfunction, and potential withdrawal symptoms upon its discontinuation. All antidepressants can be easily replaced. I will talk about it later. Opioids. Concerns. Opioids, it's your painkillers. Opioids use over an extended period of time can lead to physical dependence, tolerance, and increased risk of addiction. There is also a risk of respiratory depression, so be very careful using those. Try to learn other ways of dealing with pain. Statins, cholesterol lowering medication, can be easily replaced by supplements. Concerns. Statins may be associated with muscle pain, liver abnormalities, and increased risk of developing diabetes in some individuals. Okay? Now, if medication is prescribed by the doctors for the purpose of addressing health concerns, it all could be replaced by certain supplements. And of course, lifestyle changes, as known as exercise and good diet. Okay? There will be an episode dedicated to this topic alone. Supplementation, supplementation, supplementation. It is so useful nowadays. Part number 2, synthetical hormones. Hormonal contraception pills. What concerns are we having with those? Prolonged use of hormonal contraceptives may be linked to increased risk of blood clots, cardiovascular issues, and potential impact on mental health. Now, synthetic hormone replacement, HRT. What are their concerns? HRT, usually used on postmenopausal women, and may be associated with an increased risk of breast cancer, stroke, and cardiovascular disease. Next one, synthetic thyroid hormone, known as Tartrazine or T3 hormones. What are the concerns with those? Long-term use of synthetic thyroid hormones may lead to issues such as over-medication, resulting in body shakes, in symptoms of hyperthyroidism, irregular heartbeats, or arrhythmia. Okay. Next hormone, anabolic steroids. What are the concerns with those? The abuse of anabolic steroids, often used for performance enhancement in sports, can lead to the range of health issues, including cardiovascular problems, liver and kidney damage, and psychological effects. Next one, insulin sensitizers. What are those? Metformin and pioglitazone. Now, what are the concerns with those ones? Those medications are used to improve insulin sensitivity in diabetes management. And those in particular may have very serious side effects such as weight gain and increased risk of heart failure. Insulin control can be easily corrected by supplementation. But I told you before, I'm going to talk about supplementation in a different episode. Keep in mind, if hormonal replacement is prescribed by the doctor addressing health concerns, could be easily supplemented by bioidentical hormone replacement. Bioidentical hormone replacement is available in almost every country out there. All you need to do is go to a natural health practitioner who will help to resolve all the necessities in regards to hormonal imbalances, okay? Everybody is doing it these days, for whom health is important. Now let's move on to segment number 4, pollutants. Avoiding pollutants is crucial for reducing potential health risks. Pollutants can be found in various forms, including air pollutants, water contaminants, and chemicals in household products, okay? Here are some pollutants that you may aim to minimize or avoid, or use masks, for example, or gloves. Particulate matter, known as PM, sourced from combustion engines and industrial processes. What are the health concerns? Inhalation of fine particles can lead to respiratory and cardiovascular issues. The next one, volatile organic compounds, known as VOCs. What are the sources? Paints, cleaning agents, furniture agents, and building materials. What are the health concerns? VOCs lead to respiratory problems and other serious health issues that may potentially affect your organs. When using those, wear masks, gloves, when your job involves exposure to those chemicals. Next chemical, lead. What are the sources of lead? Lead-based paints, contaminated water pipes, and other consumer products that usually used in house reparations. What are the health concerns? Lead exposure may cause developmental and neurological issues in the body, especially in children. Regular testing for lead in water and avoiding products containing lead is essential, and avoiding places in which people use those products, of course. And if it is your job, you have to protect yourself. Read the instructions and caution on the back of the label and follow those. Next chemical, mercury. What are the sources of mercury? Fish, dental amalgams, and certain industrial products. What are the health concerns? Mercury exposure can harm nervous system and cause developmental issues. Please limit consumption of high mercury fish and be aware of potential exposure sources elsewhere. It is very important. Next chemical, arsenic. What are the sources? Contaminated water. Please make sure you're dealing only with clean water. Certain foods and industrial products. What are the health concerns of the arsenic exposure? Those concerns are associated with various health problems, including cancer and other degenerative diseases. Tasting well water and choosing foods and lower arsenic levels can help reduce this exposure. So read the labels. Labels are very, very important, okay? Pesticides and herbicides are huge. So hard to avoid. I already touched those talking about diet sources. What are the products that include pesticides and herbicides? Agricultural products, insect repellents, household pesticides, all the sprays that protect your plants, okay? Watch those because health concerns are pretty significant. Prolonged exposure to pesticides and herbicides may have adverse health effects, respiratory problems, digestive problems, and organ failure, okay? So choosing organic foods and using non-toxic pest control methods can help reduce this exposure, and using natural organic substances. Use tea tree oils and other essential oils that are widely available to replace all those nasties as an effective and widespread practice. Now, next common chemicals and pollutants. Those are airborne allergens. What are the sources? Dust mites, pet dander, mold, and pollen. They can cause huge health concerns. Allergens can trigger respiratory issues like asthma and allergic reactions. Regular cleaning, proper ventilation, and the use of air purifiers can help manage indoor allergens. Now, next pollutant. Plasticizers such as phthalates. What are the sources of phthalates? It's plastics, personal care products, and some medical devices. What are the health concerns? Phthalates are associated with potential endocrine disruption, okay? So reducing plastic use altogether can minimize exposure to this chemical. Now, next pollutant, bisphenol A, which is BPA, very well known. Some plastic epoxy resins in foods and beverage cans. Watch those. Health concerns. BPA has been linked to hormonal disruptions and dysfunctions, and opting out of BPA is very possible. Just read the labels of plastic products that you're using and avoid foods and beverages that are canned. Always choosing fresh foods over canned ones can reduce this exposure. Always choose fresh foods, not packaged foods, and cook it yourself. Next pollutant, radon. What are the sources? Soil. Be very careful working with soil and rock beneath the houses. Don't pick them up. What are the health concerns? Radon is radioactive gas and a leading cause of lung cancer and lung disease. Always test homes for radon. Implementing mitigation measures is essential. Now, let's round up this episode, baby. I'm not asking you to stop living your life and be paranoid about the chemicals, but beware, awareness, okay? And label reading is a very successful practice. I do it all the time. As I said before, all you have to do is just read the ingredients on the labels of any product that you intend to use, okay? As you already picked up from previous information that I gave you, it is not hard to understand that all those chemicals that I just listed are actually harmful for your body and health in the long run. It is a good practice to be very aware of it and avoid all those nasties, no questions asked. And most importantly, it can be done easily. You just have to be organized and make time for it, okay? Just take your time, read the labels, pick the products that are natural, and make your shopping lists with products that are safe for your health. I told you before, I do watch the chemicals like a hawk, literally. From the dishwashing liquids to the creams and hair products, foods, no questions asked. I read ingredients in any products that I'm using. You are the selector, you are the boss of what you use in your life in a range of substances and other health products, or products in general, or foods, not the other way around. Be smart, be wise, do not go along with the ads because they do hypnotize you in what to buy. Always read the ingredients on the labels and stick by your choices. Thank you for watching this video and thank you for being with me today. I love you, stay well, and I'm only one step of the way. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions and I will try to clarify them to the expertise of my knowledge. See you next time.